Morning all. So here we are, 6 months down the line on ClickASnap. I'm going to go into a little more in depth. I'm going to sort out and show you Google Analytics, when I can say it. I'm just going to run through you about where people are coming from, what they're using and stuff like that. This is just what I've found on mine over the last, I think it starts from about the 20th of December when they introduced Google Analytics to the site. So obviously this is only on the Pro bit, but it'll give you an insight to where people are coming from, what devices they're using, how long they're staying on there. But I'll show you all that. So let's get into it. So here we are guys, 6 months in, like I said. I'm going to run through basically things that have happened, my findings, and we'll go from there. So as I said, I'm going to go through Google Analytics. So basically what we're looking at, right, this is acquisitions. This is where people are coming from, social media wise. And as you can see, Facebook and Twitter are right at the top. Facebook being number one. And bearing in mind, when I do my advertising, or when the site does it and posts for me, I post once every 8 hours on Facebook, but I post every hour on Twitter, and that's the difference. Now I post to the page via this. So this automatically posts to my page and to Twitter. Like I say, that does it every hour. That does it every 8 hours. Now the reason I set it like that is Twitter I'm not too bothered about. I don't have many followers on there, but it is a good way to get things out. Facebook, yes, I post on that. I have my own page, as you can see, but only every 8 hours. That way I'm not flooding my own page with advertisements and basically people unfollow you. And that's how I like to work it. So as you can see, Facebook, like I said, excuse me, is top of the shop. One from Instagram, one from YouTube. Obviously you're watching this on YouTube. 12 from Pinterest. Now you can do this manually via ClickASnap, but if you work, which I do, key worker, sorry, just am. I don't have the time. I mean, the next one I'll show you on Google, basically where people are coming from. We are based, or I'm based in the UK, so most of the people that are viewing my things are from the UK, as you can see. Now, bearing in mind, this is from December the 15th. I've set it off to today. So this is basically what 4 months, nearly 5 months worth of data. Can't go back any further because it wasn't introduced on ClickASnap itself until around December the 20th, I think it was, or somewhere around there anyway. So as you can see, this is where I'm getting all my hits from, and to say that the site doesn't have any reach, I think is pretty silly. Yes, I know I'm only getting 1s and 2s of some of them, but the United States, Australia, Germany, Czech Republic, whatever, Netherlands, New Zealand, do you know what I mean? We're getting them from all over the place. So it's got good reach. And what you've got to remember is, if you're taking photos of local landmarks, there might be someone who's emigrated to Australia who likes, I don't know, who used to live in Newcastle, for instance, and the Angel of the North will really like a photo, they like one of that. Well, as long as your tags and stuff like that are set properly, and you've got Angel of the North, landmark and Northeast and all that lot, and they go on to ClickASnap, you've got a good chance of finding it. But it's not just going on to ClickASnap to find it. Bearing in mind that when you do your keywords, when you do, you know what I mean, things like Swan and the Nest, I mean, it's not exactly a good example, but let's have a quick look. Right, there you go, transporter bridge. Oh, go into edit, it's easier, it shows everything then. So, for the transporter bridge, yeah, as you can see, that's where I've got construction crane, sky, red, dusk, dawn, transporter bridge. So if someone just put in transporter bridge, I have a good chance of it coming up on a Google search. So when it states about when you're uploading a photo, I'm not going to upload one, no, I'll have to know. 2 seconds. I'll show you exactly what I mean, it's easier. Just a photo, not really bothered what. There you go, that'll do. So if you didn't know what this is Penshaw Monument, northeast of England, near Gateshead and that way on. And this has been slow because I have so much open on my computer. So Penshaw Monument, lit up, but automatically it's come up with, and this is a good thing about ClickASnap as well, it's come up with all these keywords already for me. So what I'd have to do is Penshaw Monument, and then in the description give a nice description of what it is, where it is, you know what I mean, and then add more tags to it. Then after that it's down to Google to find it. Now as long as your keywords and your description and your title are all relevant to this, so people can find them and buyers can find them, then they will. Alright, it might take a bit of time, but it will start to show on Google search. How long is a different matter, I don't know. I usually think of about a month. When I put stuff on my own website and that, I think it usually takes a month for it to show up on any type of searches. But there again, so to me that's something you have to do to help yourself make money on ClickASnap. So like I say, this is everywhere that's people have been new on ClickASnap, where they've come from and everything else. Now the next one I quite find really intriguing. Out of all the people that have been and looked at my photos, the top one, what have they used, is a mobile. Obviously then desktop, then the tablets. You can go into this and find out what the top mobile that people are viewing from as well, which is quite funny. I think it's an iPhone 10 or something stupid like that. Anyway, but that's what people are viewing or coming to ClickASnap from. So most of it, good 60% I'd say, is basically mobile. It's just something to bear in mind when you're posting. I don't think it makes any difference because ClickASnap is more orientated to desktop, but it still works great on the mobile. I don't think it has an app. When I use it on my mobile, basically I just go in through Google and that way and show it or use it in a browser. So anyway, like I say, to say ClickASnap doesn't have a reach, I think is silly, because as you can see, just from me, this isn't all of ClickASnap. This is just my part of ClickASnap, my profile, my photos, and I'm getting hits from all over the world. Where are these hits coming from? Well, they could be coming from anywhere. But Facebook, Twitter are the main socials. I'm going to go into overview in 2 seconds and have a look at this. So there you go. So social media is the one thing or the one place that basically people are coming from more than anything else. Then direct, then referrals. Referrals are from another site, i.e. the likes of my own website or YouTube or stuff like that. I think I'll come into that. But that's basically where they're coming from. So money wise, what have I made in 6 months? Well, I paid £5 a month, so that's £30. Sale wise, which is this is a new fix. You can actually see what I've sold. So I've sold 3 downloads, all at $5 each. Profit is that. So ClickASnap take 35p for my sale. So I've made $13.95 just from sales alone. Now, if I wasn't selling that and I was on the free account, then you know what I mean. Obviously, I wouldn't have these, but I'd still have what I've made. So, quick look, and we'll see. And that's what I've made just by views. Views alone, basically 747. Now, when you turn that into cash, you're talking £5.98. Now that's on today's conversion rate, which is $1.25 per pound. So you can see I've made 20 quid. 20 quid, so I'm a tenner down. So fair enough. If it was a business, I'd be down £10. But I'm not running it as a business. Like I've always said, I'm not in this. Making money's nice. I'm not in this for the short term, I'm in it for the long. And the long term strategy, I think, is going to pay off quite a lot in the long run. I know what's coming. I've spoke to Tom, who's the owner of ClickASnap. I speak to him once a week, usually. And we just chat about stuff that I think would make the site a little bit better. And he's had the same thought, but it's all down to costings and basically getting things through. There is a few things coming up in the next couple of weeks. Firstly, you're going to be able to share, at the moment when you go into social media, it'll just put, when I showed you earlier on, it'll just take any photo and put that on social media for you. What they're going to do is basically do it album wise. So if I say wanted aircraft as an album that I wanted to share for a month to see if I could sell just them, then it would share just the photos out of that album. If I wanted to share landscapes, it'd do the same. Black and whites, you know what I mean? So if I wanted just to share landscapes, it'd share just landscapes for me and see if I could sell that. Now, so it's going to be album specific. So you could put whatever album you wanted on it, which is one thing, which I think will help, especially when some of the things that you want them to share, stuff like this, you don't want, you know what I mean? You're not going to sell that. I don't even have that for sale. But it's just something that it shares automatically, same as that one, shares automatically. So that's one. The other one is cloud storage. If I remember rightly, it's £24 a year. How much cloud storage you get for that, I can't remember exactly. Basically, what it means is, if you're on a normal account, the free account, you can pay £24 a year and you will get cloud storage. So it will automatically put all your photos onto the cloud. So therefore you can download them anywhere in the world, basically by logging on and just download it. It is free for the pro account, which I've got, but it's just something to think about if you want somewhere to store your photos. I had a question given to me today. Let's have a quick look. There you go. I'm going to show you it. I do apologise to the chap who asked the question, but I'm just going to show you it. It's easier. And I'm going to show you my answer. Is it worth it? Now this is basically making money. It's from after 140 days. And my answer is basically this. I'm not reading this, I'm just going to say it. Personally, you can do the seller account. I think you could do the seller account £4 a month, and you'd probably make your money back. I would. That's at monthly. At an annual, it's £3.20. So if you paid it up front, all of it, you're going to save yourself more money. But that's up to you. At the moment, the Pro account is £6 a month. So it's about 20 pence a day, if that maths all right. So I don't know. It depends how many sales you're going to generate. If you're just an enthusiast and you aren't doing this for a living, and you've got a couple of quid spare, try it. Try the seller. Try it for 3 months. I mean, this is what I said in my reply. Try it for 3 months and see how it goes. See if you get your money back. But my advice would be, don't try and overprice yourselves with things. I don't put a download at 20 quid, because no one's going to pay 20 quid for a download. Not unless it's probably one of the best photos they've ever seen in their lives. And that's no disrespect to anyone on here, but I have mine set at a £5, and I think that's not a bad place, because they can download it for a £5. They can go and get it printed for whatever size they want to, at Tesco's or Fleming, wherever they want to get it, Max Spielman or whatever. But for me, a £5 is about, you know what I mean, about a good price. Some people do it more, some people do it less. At the end of the day, it's up to you. It's what you think. But I think a £5 is about right. Like I say, the only sales I've done are the download sales, but I do have the gifts and everything else put on as well. So any boys and girls, so they're the figures. So that's how many photos I've got on. That's how many people who are subscribed to me or following me. That's how many views I've got. That's how many likes I've got. That's what I've made in dollars, and that's what it equates to in pounds. And this number here is basically that number divided by that to give me that, which is 4.10 cent on average a day. Now, if you look at it, it is going down, but it goes back up again. It all depends for me. It does. All depends. So anyway, guys, I hope this has helped you. If you've got any questions, stick them in the comments below and I'll try to answer them. If I can't answer them, I will pass the questions on to Tom, and I'm sure he will answer them either in the forums on ClickASnap. And if you don't know where the forums are, if you go up here to the 3 dots, press on them, forums are there. It'll take you straight through. This will show me how long it is since I've been on the forums, quite a while. So there you go. That's basically the forums. To get out of them, just click back onto ClickASnap and it'll take you back onto the front page. So anyway, guys, I hope this is helpful. Fingers crossed it is for some of you. Like I say, if you've got any questions or anything, just put them down below. Contact me on social media, contact me wherever you fancy. If I can help you, I will. So speak to you soon. Fingers crossed things will get better. Stay safe, guys. Stay home. Protect lives. See you later. Bye now.